What did you do?
Huh?
What did you do now?
I did what?
What did you do?
I can't hear you. You're not talking loud enough.
What did you do?
Got a little issue over here. What? It's hot. Oh, it's full of mud. Yeah. Okay, so it's... Okay, so Timothy, he got dust down his neck. If you rewind the video, you'll see it fall. And he said some things that I know would probably be offensive to some of my viewers, and maybe some of my younger viewers would learn some language that their parents wouldn't approve of. So I actually have one more clip. Teresa repeats what he says, so I'm going to have to find that and kind of chop that a bit, but enjoy the rest.
She's dirty.
It's mud from yesterday. I got into that mud. Yeah.
So that was the problem you had in that one?
Yeah, I got it. And Timothy's flipping out of it. It is a bad mess. I mean, this is just a day's worth of dust. We haven't even baled 100 bales, and this is what it is.
Holy shit. Holy shit, look at how thick that is.
No, it's not even 100 bales. Not even. Not even close. Okay, we're done. We'll put it on. That's it, not even 100 bales. This thing is blocked up, and he's quit. It's just. Hey. Right?
That's funny.
Tim, don't we? I don't like dust either, but you know what? Such is life. There, you're watching. He's gonna grab that. You should smell it.
I know what they smell like.
It's been cooked so hot. It's almost like a briquette. But the sugar's in it. It smells like molasses. Smell it?
Yeah.
It smells just like molasses.
And that's
It's hay.
it's hay. It's just...
Yeah, this built up in the corner of the bale chamber over here. And this happens. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So, and we're done baling for today. Actually, we've got everything that we've mowed baled. So we're gonna go.
Excellent.
But yeah, it'll build up
That looks
in the
like
corners.
death right there.
The older balers had a square channel in the bottom, like the little square balers, but because of the density, it will actually fuse fast to the steel. So later on, after they realized that this was a chronic problem, New Holland and Heston and the other manufacturers, including Krohn-Kloss, Kuhn, they all chopped out that angle. And they made it so that the bottom of the compression board is open right here. So instead of it fusing fast, it'll squish out the sides. Well, when you get some hay that's a little bit on the damp side, like silage hay,
Yeah.
and it'll catch up just after the plunger, before the compression board starts, and that's where this was. And it does it on both sides. But the other day, when we were baling down on Elsie Curtis's place,
Yeah.
that squished out on this side. You smelled it. It was big blocks of that stuff. It fell out. So when you get into dry, really super dry hay, and it packs really, really tight, it'll actually grab that chunk and break it loose, and it'll come on out. And I think about 90% of it came off on the other side here today, or even last night. But I wanted to eject the bales and get it cleaned out, so when I start baling again, when I start baling again, it'll be where it needs to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up my gate.
Ah, fancy. Look at that.
And now that I've raised up the gate, everything should be, I can back it in the building pretty easy. I'm not going to disconnect it.
What are you not disconnecting?
Huh?
What is it?
That's my hydraulic jack.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I mean, when you wanna take the baler off, take some weight off the tongue, you just do that. There you go. All right. Little heat has been in my seat. Dropped it right down.
Flop.
I need to put it in park too. All right, so I'm going to show some pictures here because I got some things to say, nothing too groundbreaking or anything. Like you saw in the video, I did finish baling the stuff that's been laying on the ground for over 2 weeks, and yes, that is a photograph of me when I got married. Anyway, yeah, these are just pictures that were up on my Instagram account, One Lonely Farmer on Instagram. If you don't look at that, well, you can go look at that now. There's some really cool stuff on there if you look at it over the years. I think I've got several hundred photographs on there. But anyways, I was going through some of my old messages that I got on YouTube, and I had someone or several someones point out that my Massey Ferguson review was revisited by someone that actually owns a Massey Ferguson, and I appreciate the review that he did. The one thing that I don't appreciate is that he said he saw the first 5 seconds of it and saw where it was going, so he didn't watch it, which is his right. Absolutely 100% his right, because he only did a review of the particulate filter and my comment about hay being built up on there, or other commenters saying there was hay built up on there. I wish he would have watched the whole review, because I think his review would have been very different from what it was. You know, but there is a shit stirrer beside myself out there in YouTube world that likes to, you know, just invoke chaos and trying to get views for himself, and he's a real piece of shit. And that's okay, because, you know, there is an etiquette to YouTube, and some people get it. Like 99.99% of people that produce videos for YouTube, they actually get that there's an etiquette. And when you're in the same style or same genre of videos, it's always, you know, it's always just the courteous thing to, you know, sometimes, you know, just kind of quietly disagree instead of trying to trash another person to gain views and stuff. Now, back to the Massey Ferguson mower. I really wanted to do a really good review of the Massey Ferguson mower, but the problem is when I opened up that door and I saw that particulate filter right there in my face, that was just a major turnoff. Now, I don't run it. I've never ran it. I can honestly say I don't think I would want to run that. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are saying, well, you're just a whatever, I'm a shit stirrer, or I'm a, you know, I won't give it a chance. Well, here's the reason I won't give it a chance. And most people that drive cars will be able to understand what I'm about to say. When you walk onto a Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Lexus, Toyota, Mazda, Kia dealership's parking lot, and you look around, there are certain vehicles that catch your eye, and certain vehicles that you say, God, I'd never drive that piece of ugly shit. And whether it's a good car or not, you just don't even bother looking at it. Some people say, well, I only drive Fords, or I only drive Chevys, or I only drive Dodges. And that is what you do. You go to the Ford dealer and you find the best car that suits your needs from that particular manufacturer. I have many times looked at Massey Ferguson, Heston, or whatever they called them back in the day. I think they were just Hestons, and then Agco later, and now they're back to Massey Ferguson, but whatever, it doesn't even matter. The review that was done was not thorough enough for me, because he only got to where the hay buildup or the dirt buildup on a particulate filter. He didn't even touch on putting fuel in a hot machine where there's a regen in process and you spill some fuel, or that plastic tank that's less than 6 inches away from that particulate filter actually gains a bubble after 5 years and boom, ruptures all over that fucking thing, and it burns right to the ground. You know, just take a look at that later on. Now, I'm sure there are some people that says, well, you're just nitpicking because, you know, you can afford the John Deere. Well, I can't afford a machine that I feel isn't safe, just like a smart car. You know, you put a family of 4 in a smart car. Do you feel safe, or do you want them in, say, a minivan or a pickup truck or something larger? So, you know, I hope this terminology helps you out in what I saw. I like what I saw in the John Deere. I liked what I had with the case. The New Holland turned out to be an absolute junker for me. I got to be careful in my words here because I'll be criticized to the end of the earth. Massey Ferguson, or Heston, or whatever they call that thing. You know, I have a neighbor that has one. He has veered off the road no less than 3 times over computer issues. His is a pre-particulate filter model, which is great, but he had computer problems, which led me to stay clear of the Massey Ferguson when I actually did buy the John Deere. If you remember in my videos, I was going to demonstrate the Heston Massey Ferguson until I was in contact with this other guy, and he's like, listen, I got problems with this thing. It's been broke down. It will shut down in a field, and it takes a technician to come out and get it rebooted to start it. It's not as simple as you think. So I have had next to 0 problems with my John Deere. I'm very happy with that. I like where everything is on that. The tires on the Massey Ferguson that I demonstrated will not work here in New Jersey. They just don't. Would I like to use them? Yeah, because they cut up the field a lot less at the end of the windrow. So, you know, but that's just something I can't even... I guess I could buy a whole nother set of tires and, you know, rims to bolt on when it's dry out, and that might work. And yes, I know they ride smoother, and yes, I know they're less aggressive on the ground, but, you know, it's all in where you're at. So Arizona weather is a lot different than New Jersey weather. The amount of hay that is going through an Arizona machine versus what's going through my machines right now. I mean, last night, me and Teresa were mowing, and it damn near killed that 235 horsepower John Deere mower. I mean, that thing was shaking and shimmying like a girl having an orgasm. I mean, this thing was going nuts. But I just had to back it off from 6 miles an hour down to about 3. That's how much hay is in that field. And that photo is on Instagram, so maybe I'll check that out. Maybe I can throw that one up on the end here. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. Hope you enjoyed the little slideshow.